Hello everybody, today we are going to be talking about an absolutely fantastic manga that I started reading around the same time I started reading the Masters of subscribing to me. But we only get 3 minutes. 3 minutes, that's all we get. Start. First, I have to say, in this manhwa, Reborn as the Heavenly Demon, it is one of the most misleading names I have ever heard from any manga, manhwa, anime, ever in my life. I put it on the same level of Don Machiur's Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, which is a completely misleading tone to the story. For example, in Reborn as the Heavenly Demon, he's not reborn as the Heavenly Demon, nor is he reborn into the demonic cult. He's reborn into the average Billy Sword family. Before, he was the martial god Jianghu, the leader of the Murim Alliance who spent his life on the battlefield, killing the unorthodox sects, killing the demonic cults, killing the traitors of the Murim Alliance. And he spent his life here on the battlefield from 29 years old, being the legendary martial god to an old man in the Murim Alliance, the head of the Murim Alliance. And he has this moment where he's talking to his advisor and his guard, and he says to his guard, "So, your son's turning 3 today, right?" And the guard goes, "No, they're turning 6. And it dawns on our main character, Tianhe-jin. He's like, I don't even remember whether it was a boy or a girl. And he starts to realize he was discounting all the people around him, and then he dies of a heart attack. Or poison, we don't know. And he wakes up as the trash son of the Billy Sword family. And he wakes up, and the first thing he does is he looks in a mirror and goes, "Is that me?" And then his mom is there screaming in front of him. And he's like, "Who are you?" And the mom's like, "How dare you? I'm your mom. That's unfilial, blah, 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 blah." And he plays the act of he lost his memory. And so he's sitting recovering with his best friend, or that body's best friend. And he says to the best friend, "Be honest, what kind of person am I? I don't remember anything." And the friend looks at him and goes, "Can I be honest? You're trash." And so it turns out he was in a drunken stupor, went to do shenanigans with the girl he's engaged with, who was fairly beautiful. And so she hit him or something happened and he died. And our main character was reborn into that story. The girl wanted to break off the engagement between them because she wants to marry someone she loves. And this brings us to what I really love about this story, is our main character acts his age. And a lot of other stories like he's reborn, and even though he spent his life on the battlefield, he now has these like childlike moments that are cute, fun, and funny, but like not his age. It doesn't act his maturity. In this one, he immediately agrees with her and was like, "Yes, I agree with breaking off the marriage. People should marry who they love. It should be a two-way street." So he acts his age. He eventually finds this martial arts called like the Immortal Crane Art. That's like Krav Maga, using your whole body, the back of your hands and everything as a weapon. I see we're out of time, but I'm going to go a little bit more. And he starts to grow as the young head of the Billy family. And as he's growing, he's making sure not only to go back into the Murim and set things right and be a hero like he was before, but also to not take for granted the people around him. And he starts bringing in allies and taking care of them and learning about them and learning to be a social and just person who doesn't take for granted everyone around you. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for stopping by. Please check out Reborn as the Heavenly Demon. You'll find it under that name, but that's really not what it is. There's another name of it called Reincarnated Murim Lord, but that one's kind of harder to find. Anyway, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day.